Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Happy New Year. It's great to be able to speak in front of you. Today I'm going to tell you a story. Actually, 2 weekends ago, I went out of town with my wife to a wedding. It was a 3-day wedding experience. My wife's close friend, Harpreet, was getting married to her fiance, Amish. It was an Indian wedding, and it was interesting because they were of different religions. So the groom was Hindu, is Hindu, I guess you could say, and the bride is Sikh. So,
oh wow.
I'll just tell you about it. If you have any questions, you can ask me. But anyways, let's start off at the venue. It was at the Ritz-Carlton in Sarasota. A nice place, swanky hotel, right on the water. Beautiful, beautiful venue. I'm sure it was not cheap. Started off the festivities on Thursday night. The event was called the Sangeet, and this was basically a pre-party where the bride and groom, we all just had dinner, drinks, dancing. It was so fun. There was a period where the best man and the bridal party gave up speeches and stuff. It was very short, but it was just a great party that night. Great food, all you can drink. Dancing. Awesome time. The next morning, though, we showed up at 10 o'clock, and that's when we started the Hindu ceremony. So it was very interesting. The groom, was dressed up in his regalia. He rode in on a horse, and this was 2 Saturdays ago. If you don't remember the weather, what it was like, it was very windy, very rainy, and very cold. So here we are, trying to do our best outside the hotel. Groom rides his horse down the line. Lots of music pumping, everyone's dancing. It was just started off with a bang. He got off his horse, everyone started dancing together. And ceremoniously, a lot of the bride party made a tunnel for the groom to pass into the building and left his horse outside. So the groom made his way down to where, and they wanted to have the Hindu ceremony outside originally, but because of the weather, the decorators and other coordinators said, no, it's not going to happen. The ground is completely muddy and soaked. Wow, I'm already at 6 minutes.
I'm so sorry.
No problem, Mr. Timer. Anyways. So let's move on. Hindu ceremony was, I've never experienced this before. It's very, very traditional. There was a portion where a rivalry between the bride and groom family. The groom's shoes had to be stolen by the bride's family, and it's ceremoniously, evidently, to get the shoes back, the groom's family had to pay like $10,000 to get his shoes back, because the goal is to have him arrive and leave in the same pair of shoes. It was really interesting. But then the ceremony, continued, and I'll give you just kind of like the nutshell. A lot of rituals where walking in circles with the bride and the groom. They had to wash the groom. The in-laws had to wash the groom's feet. It was like kind of a handoff of the responsibilities from the bride's father to the son, and that lasted a couple hours. It was just it was long, but it was actually very interesting. The next morning, 9 a.m. that's when we had the Sikh ceremony. So this is I would say it was very different. We had to take off our shoes. We had to cover our heads. All the women sat on the left-hand side of the room. All the men sat on the right-hand side of the room. And this was a very musical ceremony. There was a lot of hymns sung, and not so much of the rituals. Not a lot more of the rituals, I guess I would say, as the Hindu, because there was a lot of rituals in the Hindu ceremony. But the Sikh ceremony, they did walk around the altar 3 times. They got a blessing. There was a sash that the groom wore. He had the father-in-law handed that to the daughter. It was basically handing off the responsibility of the father-in-law to the son, to the new son-in-law. But it was a beautiful ceremony there. And that night we had a party. It was another guess, bash party where we had dinner, drinks, and dancing, and it was just fun. I had never in my life been to a wedding that was less than, over the span of 3 days. It was an interesting experience, and I highly recommend it. If you ever get invited to go to an Indian wedding, it's nothing to be shy from. We dressed up in my wife found some suits for the first couple days, and then she had an outfit for every event. That was her exciting thing to get dressed up so many different times. So anyways, long story short, fun experience. Sad that it was bad weather, but definitely recommend for you if you ever get a chance to try a new and exciting experience that's outside of what you normally do. I would recommend it because it was rewarding and fun. Thank you very much.